माता जी, हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
प्रणाम माता जी,
प्रणाम माता जी। हरे कृष्ण प्रणाम प्रभु। हरे कृष्ण। Who would like to do the opening prayers?
Mataji, may I?
Yeah, please do it, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Om Mirandasya Jnananja Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sargana Shri Vishakanitam Cha हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीन बंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते सप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 रामा राम रामा हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा दंडवत प्रणाम माताजी दंडवत प्रणाम to all the devotees. हरे कृष्णा
Hare Krishna, Dandavad Pranam, Mataji. Pranams, pranams. Today we will be seeing Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, 67th verse. Indriyanam hi charatam yanmano anuvidhiyate tadasya harati prajnam vayurnavam ivambhasi. Yes, whoever would like to recite the verse, please do.
Indriyanami saradam yanmanonu tattasya haradi prakyam vayurnavam ivambasi. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा इंद्रियाणां विचरदा
Yeah, read. After this, Lakshmi Mataji can read. Yeah.
इंद्रियाणां हि चरतां यन्मनोऽनुविधीयते तदस्य हरदि प्रज्ञां वायुर्नावम् इवाम्भसि हरे कृष्णा
हरे कृष्णा माताजी इंद्रियाणां हि चरतं यन्मनो अनुविध्यते तदस्य हरति प्रज्ञां वायुर्नावम् इवाम्भसि हरे कृष्ण
हरे कृष्णा इंद्रियाणां हि चरतां यन्मनो अनुविधीयते तदस्य हरति प्रज्ञां वायुर्नावाम् इवाम्बसि हरे कृष्णा
Yes.
हरे कृष्णा माताजी
Yeah, please read.
इंद्रियाणां हि चरतां यन्मनो अनुविधीयते तदस्य हरति प्रज्ञां वायुर्नवाम् इवाभ्यसि हरे कृष्णा माताजी
Ivambasi. Mataji, Ivambasi. Yes.
इवाम्बसि
Yeah.
हरे कृष्णा माताजी
Please read, Mataji. Yes.
इंद्रियाणां हि चरतां यन्मनो विधीयते तत् अस्य हरति प्रजानां वायुर्नावम् इवं वशी
Mataji, it is Prajnam. It's not Prajanam, it's Prajnam.
प्रज्ञां
And Ivambasi. Yeah.
इवां वशी
Yes. Next.
I'll read Mataji.
Yeah, read.
Can I read?
Yeah.
Can I read?
Prabhu. Yeah, Prabhu, whoever was asking.
Indriyanam hi jarita
Charatam.
sarata yana
Yanmano.
Yanmano
Anuvidhiyate.
Anuvidyate
Yes.
Tasasya Hariti Pragyam Vayunar Vayu Navam Ivambasi.
Yes. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Somebody, yeah, whoever wants to read
Indriyanam hi charatam.
two Mataji's are reading, one by one you can do. And everybody else can mute the phone because I'm listening to my own echo. Yeah.
Indriyanam hi charatam yanmano anuvidyate tad asya harati pragyam vayurnavam ivambasi. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Raghavan Prabhu and then Jigisha Vikas Sharma. Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
Indriyanam hi charatam yannano vidiyate tat asya harati pragyam vayurnavam ivambasi. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Jigisha Mataji. Your mic is
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Oh, Mataji has gone out. I think some problem with the mic. Anybody else to read, or we'll do the word to word?
May I read, Mataji?
Please read.
Indriyanam hi chastam
Charitam
Vanu anuvidhiyate Tadasya harati pragyam Vayurnavami vabhabhyasi Ivambhasi.
And Yan Mano. It is Yan Mano. Yes, Jigisha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I can't see the shloka.
Yeah, see now Mataji.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Indriyanam hi charatam yanmano vidhiyate tad asya harati pragnam vayurnavam ivambhasi. Hare Krishna.
Word to word. Indriyanam, of the senses, he certainly, charatam, while roaming, yet with which, manaha, the mind, anuvidhiyate, becomes constantly engaged, tat, that, asya, his, harati, takes away, prajnam, intelligence, vayuhu, wind, navam, a boat, iva, like, ambasi, of the water. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Yes. So, this chapter is coming to an end, the second chapter. So, Krishna has been speaking about Sthita Prajna, and in the last verse, yesterday's verse, he spoke about how if one is not connected to the Supreme, then he will not have the higher intelligence or transcendental intelligence, then his mind will not be steady, and then without that he will not be peaceful. And without peace, there is no question of happiness. So whatever happiness one experiences is only very temporary. And in this verse, Krishna is again saying that like a strong wind will sweep away a boat on the water, even one of the roaming senses on which the mind focuses can carry away a man's intelligence. So this is kind of what you call a comparison Krishna is doing. You know, it is even in a verse before, Krishna has made this kind of a comparison. Which is the verse? Anybody remembers? It's an analogy where you are kind of comparing two things. So, in the previous verse also, in one of the previous verses in this chapter, Krishna has given analogy. Who remembers it?
The seasons, Mataji, 2.14.
No, no, not the seasons.
Mataji, like air carries aroma, soul is
Okay. Okay.
goes from body to another.
Okay, one more analogy. It's like in the very recent only we had seen. That's also about senses. That's about senses.
Tata is withdrawing this.
Yes.
That,
You remember how a
sense.
tortoise withdraws its limbs
Yes.
inside. You know, whenever it senses danger or it doesn't want to engage in the outside world, the tortoise will simply withdraw its limbs. Which is that verse? Which is the verse?
I could remember Kurmo Anganiva. Indriya,
Yes.
India, right, Mataji?
Yes. Yes. The shloka number?
It's around 50 or 51, Mataji. I'm sorry, I forget.
Okay, correct. Prabhu. So, it is like a tortoise who will just withdraw its limbs, and that is how the senses have to be withdrawn, or rather, don't engage outside. Limit it, restrict it, so that you are not distracted. So, that was the analogy which Krishna gave earlier. And in this analogy, he is also speaking about three things. And what are the three things? Again, it is about the senses, the mind, and intelligence. Out of this, which is the strongest?
Intelligence is strongest.
Intelligence.
Mind.
Mind, Mataji.
You can control the mind with intelligence, right?
Yes.
So intelligence can control the mind.
Senses, Mataji.
Mind can control the senses, isn't it?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
So, what happens is, because of our own contaminations of our mind or our distracted mind, what happens is, Krishna says, if you just, because of your own weakness of mind or contamination of mind, if you just allow one of the senses to roam around, that means mind is supposed to control all the senses. But because of some contamination, what happens? You have just left one of the senses roaming. So then what happens? The sense which you have left, it will go on, fix itself on something. And moment the sense is attracted or tempted to that sense object, either visual, you saw something, or you heard something, or you felt something. So what happens is that sense is now pulling you in that direction. And then what happens? Mind also will start focusing on that sense object, because the sense has fixed itself there. It is pulling the mind also there. So moment mind gets fixed on that, what happens? We have seen the 8 stages of downfall when one starts contemplating the sense objects. So in the mind, now the contemplation has started. Then what happens? You develop attachment. And then the whole process of downfall starts. So when the mind gets fixed on a sense objects, because of the senses which were roaming around, mind is now attached to that sense object. Moment the mind gets attached to it, what happens to intelligence? Intelligence at that stage has to control the mind. But if mind has become so strong, it has become focused on the sense object, then intelligence will be clouded. That's what we saw, delusion, bewilderment of memory, and then ultimately you see how you lose your memory, and then you fall down. So why that happens? Because one of the senses was left to roam around. And the comparison is made here that a strong wind blowing on a water surface, maybe a sea, ocean, or a river, it will sway the boat from one side to another. So what is this strong wind about? What can we compare this strong wind to?
Mind.
Mind.
Okay. Is it the mind or is it the desires?
Senses,
The
Mataji.
senses. Desires, Mataji. Desire due to the senses.
So
But the thought process starts in the mind only, na Mataji?
yes. Mataji, desire is also coming in the mind and heart only, no Mataji? From where will the desire come?
In the mind only, no. So mind only should be anchored.
Yes.
It is interlinked. It is interlinked. It is interlinked.
Yes. See, the point is, we can compare this material world, if we compare this material world to a ocean, a bhavasagar, it's an ocean of misery actually. And the desires are compared to the strong winds. And the boat means our mind or our senses. Moment the desires come, our mind will be carried away. And when mind is completely distracted, it will bewilder or cloud our intelligence, our discrimination power, our understanding power, and very, very easy to then completely go in the opposite direction. They're the same 8 steps of downfall. So Prabhupada also writes, unless all our senses are engaged in the service of the Lord, even one of them engaged in sense gratification can deviate the devotee from the path of transcendental advancement. See, we can say that I have controlled, my prasadam or my tongue I have controlled. I have controlled my hearing. I just hear to Krishna Katha. I also chant Krishna's name. But supposing one of your senses deviated into something else. You have seen something and that's it. You get attached to it and then you get tempted to it, and with that attachment, you will get anger, lust, illusion, bewilderment of memory, everything happens. So each and every sense has to be controlled, and with that, one has to control even the mind. And how do we control the mind? Use our intelligence. And how do we use our intelligence? Yes. How do we use our intelligence? Can anybody tell me?
For higher taste, we should.
By engage in
Engaging your senses.
engage in devotion.
That's what
Service.
Yes.
Krishna.
Yes. So what told in the verse? Prabhupada says anuvidhiyate, becomes constantly engaged. That is, mind is constantly engaged in the roaming senses. Then what should one do? He has to fix his mind, fix his intelligence. Whatever we have been speaking in the previous verses, 65 verse, once intelligence is soon well established, intelligence has to be fixed. So, and in the 66th verse, if there is no transcendental intelligence, mind will not be steady, senses will be roaming around. So, intelligence has to be fixed on the Lord, mind has to be engaged in the Lord, senses have to be engaged in the service of the Lord. So, actually, Prabhupada used to say, intelligent people take up Krishna consciousness. Why? Can you say why?
Because they know that is the ultimate goal of a human being.
Okay.
Others
Any
are all
other
temporary.
Any other reason?
Because this is the only chance to go back to Godhead.
Okay.
And a person will become intelligent.
It is because Jivatma and Paramatma Tattva.
Okay.
After many births only a person can become intelligent, Mataji. Many births will make a person intelligent, and so he will get that understanding of it.
Intelligent from spiritual point of view, Mataji. Otherwise, there are so many people who don't have faith in the Lord, but they are very intelligent.
To get oneself purified, Mataji.
Yes.
By God's grace.
Yes. So intelligence means, why Prabhupada said intelligent people take up Krishna consciousness is, as you said, ultimate goal, they have the understanding, and in Kali Yuga, no other process is so easy. And becoming Krishna conscious by the method or by the process which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave, the Sankirtana Yajna, is the most easiest and the recommended process for Kali Yuga. But to take up Krishna consciousness in Kali Yuga, you need intelligence. It is because, first of all, you have to understand this process and understand that this is the recommended process and have complete faith that this process is going to take us. So then only we will be able to fix our mind and intelligence on the Lord or the Supreme Truth. And moment we fix it, then mind will also be regulated, because now we use our intelligence, and every time the mind starts to distract us, we tell the mind, no, this is not recommended in Krishna consciousness, or this is not recommended in the sadhana bhakti principles. So you control the mind, and moment the mind is controlled, senses will not deviate, because then you will not engage your senses in anything that is not recommended. That's why Prabhupada is written, as mentioned in the life of Maharaj Ambarish, all of the senses must be engaged in Krishna consciousness, for that is correct technique for controlling the mind. Why Krishna is saying, okay, we can do 50-60% of control, 80% of control, but Krishna says, even if one sense is roaming around, even if one sense is left, just to roam around or wander around, it's just going to sway the mind away, and it will carry away the man's intelligence. Whatever he has been doing, in a minute, one of the senses can distract and deviate. Senses are very strong. Mind is even more stronger than that, but intelligence is the topmost. So we have to use our intelligence to control the mind and thereby regulate our senses or engage in our senses in the proper manner. And we have discussed in previously also how one of the senses can distract the jiva, and we saw the example of Shaubari Muni, we saw the example of Vishwamitra. So it's very easy to get distracted. Yes, Mataji, what are you saying? Ajamil. Yes. So now this is at the spiritual level where Krishna says one sense roaming will distract you. And how do we apply it in our day-to-day lives? Yes. Anybody can give me an example?
So tailing everything to Krishna conscious, that is the Krishna's lotus feet. Whatever we do, whatever we think, first offer to.
You're just telling the ultimate, but in
consistency, Mataji, consistency. Perseverance.
Okay. See, Mataji, one small example. It is like, yeah, Mataji, you're saying something?
Yes, by chanting. Only through chanting we'll get a mind purified. Only when a purified mind will think intelligent, and the consequence happen, no, Mataji?
Okay. Yeah, you are telling me all that.
Yes, Mataji, it is Nama Sankirtanam which will keep us.
Okay, correct, Mataji, whatever you are telling, but 24/7, presently we are not able to do that. So just a small example, how one small distraction can derail your entire focus. All of us have that experience. Just take one phone and one reel you watch, and after a while you will realize that 1 hour has gone. Has anybody experienced this?
Yes, Mataji.
So what has happened there? It was a very small distraction. You took your phone and you just saw one reel, or maybe you just took the phone to see one message in the WhatsApp. And from WhatsApp, whichever message you saw, then you start scrolling all other messages, maybe status or profile, and then you say your focus is gone. And at that time, you're no productivity. You're just sitting with that phone and you're just seeing that. So what should we do? See, it is a temptation. See, important messages we have to see. So how do we then control it? So moment you see it, Yeah.
We have to fix up the time that we should do the bhakti, so like chanting Krishna's namas, and we have to complete everything. Then only we should concentrate on other things.
Yes. So for that, what we should do? So moment a sense has distracted us. Now we want to see the phone. What happens? The mind will be focused on that. Then what happens is the temptation becomes so strong that you go on scrolling. But what you have to do, you have to catch this very early, stop it. Like how we said, right in the mind you have to stop. What is the purpose for which I have taken the phone? I have taken it to see a message or type a message or to read something. That's all. You have to stop. Otherwise, if you just neglect it for a minute, all the reason, all the logic, all your intelligence is gone. And by the time you realize 1 hour is also gone. So, like, mind is compared to a boat. Like, the Krishna says, like a boat swayed away by strong wind, this desire or this sense pulling in one direction, mind will be swayed away. How do we anchor a boat? We put a practical anchor to the boat. We have anchors which hold the boat steady. So mind also needs an anchor. What is that anchor? What is that anchor?
Recitation, God's recitation, Nam recitation.
Okay. Mataji, always remembering your goal is the anchor. Whatever you're talking is the process. You have to keep chanting, you have to read, you have to be in association is the process. So how do you anchor your mind from going here and there? What is the goal?
We should remind ourselves
Yes. So you have to keep reminding. Yes, Prabhu? Yes, Prabhu? Prabhu, your voice is not clear. Prabhu is speaking to me or to somebody else? Yes, Prabhu?
He's speaking to somebody else, Mataji.
Who is he?
I don't know. His mic is on and he's speaking to somebody else.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Sabita Mataji.
Sabita Mataji, please switch off the mic. I think, yeah.
We need to keep our mind redirecting to the focus point.
Yes. Unless and until you redirect, you focus, every morning you get up and tell your mind what is your goal, what is the focus, it will keep distracting you. And all of us have this experience, phones. Every place you go, you travel, you go on the road, any person who has got 5 minutes to sit or stand will only be on the phone. Because it is the easiest and the most simple way to get distracted. So anchoring the mind with a steady goal, our value systems, our commitments, our sadhana principles, if we don't go on reminding, automatically it's like easy to get distracted. Yes. Is this verse clear? Anybody has any doubt?
Yes, Mataji. If though the person is intelligent also,
yes,
only the mind has to be steady, no Mataji?
Intelligence has to be used and applied rightly. Whenever you feel that it is getting out of, the direction is changing or there is a distraction, use the intelligence. And that intelligence you'll be able to use when you fix that intelligence on Krishna, you purify your intelligence. Then automatically the mind keeps telling, no, I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be doing this. Intelligence will force the mind, no, you cannot think like that. And moment mind is under control, senses will be under control.
Okay, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Yes.
After these gadgets have come, people lost concentration, focus, Mataji.
Yes. Attention, what is that? ADHD disorders have increased. Nobody is able to focus on anything for a longer period. It's because they are very, very restless. Very, very restless because there's so many reels keep popping up or so many things, so much of information that people are not able to register in their mind. So it has to be very careful. It's a very simple thing. We feel what's wrong. I can just see a few reels, but few hours are gone and it affects the body also, our mind also, our eyes also. Everything is affected by that.
The children are affected so much because even at night they are watching.
Yeah, it's because they are born in that time and this generation, they are exposed to all this, Mataji. Even the elders who have not seen this 20 years back, they are stuck with it, Mataji. Then what to speak about children? Yes, is this verse clear to everybody?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yes, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you.
With this chapter is
Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Hare Krishna.